I spent $3,000 on different computer components to make my first custom PC. After a year of waiting and getting scammed, which is a separate video for a separate time, and months of working for a client to deposit just enough to get the last part that I needed, I finally built this bad boy right here. If you're not hip, brace yourself for these techie words I'm about to throw at you. Ryzen 7 5900 or 5800, don't remember which one, but it's a Ryzen 7, the RGB MSI 3060 graphics card, 4 8 gigs of ballistic RAM, and 5 RGB Corsair white sexy ass fans. And by the way, the name of my computer, or tower, whatever we're calling it nowadays, is Nemesis Prime. That's right, my bad boy is a transformer. Stop playing with me. Oh, but don't get it construed. Not just video editing, audio editing, photo editing, and maybe a little bit of light gaming down the line too.
In the face. Now I missed a couple. It doesn't matter if I missed his shots though.
And the best part about having a custom PC, all this stuff is gonna be upgradable in the future. But until we get to those videos, let's get to this video where I actually built this thing. Alright, when building a PC, a famous non-rapping Canadian said start with the motherboard. For those that don't know, this is the MSI Tomahawk motherboard. This is going to be the skeleton of my computer, so it's going to hold everything. Now this sexy little box holds my Ryzen 7 CPU, the brain of the computer. It's funny, it's so expensive, but yet so tiny. It's like Kevin Hart. After unboxing this, we'll match the triangles up and we'll move on with our lives. Seriously, this thing's expensive. I'm too afraid to keep this out in the open. Speaking of dangers, listen to what these things are called. Ballistic RAM sticks. I got 4 8 gig ballistic RAM sticks. Now tell me that don't sound like some GTA 5 weapon. And you know what? I think that's appropriate because you gotta let the ops know. My computer ain't nothing to f with. Now Samsung makes more than phones that just send green bubbles. They also make 1 terabyte SSDs, which I got my hands on, because frankly, I don't even FaceTime, so it doesn't matter. Now here comes the mistake. Setting up the fans already before putting the motherboard in the tower was dumb, but we'll get to that in a little bit. Speaking of fans, let me put this CPU fan on this CPU. I forgot to do that. I pulled out everything and then put that in. And look at that, I got more fans than Xbox has games.
If you woke up this morning with Microsoft buys Activision Blizzard on your bingo card, well, good for you. It's an almost $70 billion deal that's bound to have a huge impact on the industry.
Wow. Can't make that joke anymore. This is the Airflow 4000 by Corsair. Much like me, it's tall, black, and threatening to the police. Shout out to Micro Center for helping me pick out this case. I wish they would sponsor this video because they really helped me get everything I pre-picked out online. Last but not least is the power supply, which is also by Corsair. This thing has more cables than a Comcast truck. Like, damn, am I Larry the Cable Guy? Why do I need all these? I mean, I guess you're trying to be nice, but like Corsair, like we just met. Take me out to dinner first. We're literally almost done. Oh, I gotta put the GPU in. When the GPU is in, I think that's it. Once I put this GPU in, that should be a wrap. I can't wait till this thing is done. So let's hurry up and finish it. Hey, Dada. Hey. I had been working on this computer for 13 hours at this point. And luckily you got to watch this in what, 4 minutes? Almost 5 minutes? Well, it took me 13 hours. So I was tired. I was ready to go to bed. But before I went to bed, I made sure that I put in that 3060, which, oh my God, the story that I could tell to get this 3060 to my house. Also, this Barracuda 4 terabyte, I don't care, just get this thing in here, go to sleep, hard drive. Oh, same shirt, still tired, but we're gonna finish this. I got a headache, and I feel a little sick, but we still keep pushing. So I never actually put in the GPU, but it was one of the last things I had to put in. So I put the GPU in, I fixed up all the wires, and I tried to make sure that everything that needed to be in the computer was in the computer. All right, so looks like the PC's finally finished being built. So we're gonna bring this into the office, and we're gonna see if this thing powers on. So while bringing my computer into the office, I thought about all the other things I did not actually talk about, which is my keyboard, my mouse, and my 24-inch sexy, I don't know what this thing, AOC? What is it, AOC? AOC computer monitor. I had to set that up first, because how are you supposed to use a computer without a mouse and keyboard and a monitor? Duh, Jeff. All right. Whew. So the power is on. Let's see if this thing will actually display something on here. This thing wasn't displaying shit. I did all that work and this thing would not turn on until I called my friend Francois. He told me to do some troubleshooting things, and I did some troubleshooting things. Anyway, long story short, there's a very annoying pin in the bottom of the motherboard. Very boring stuff. But eventually, oh my God. I'll check this out. Hold up. Ooh. This thing is going stupid. Stupid. Hold. Look at that. Look at that. And by the way, there is actually three fans in here. 2 RBG and 1 black. Because the black one is stealth, you feel me? Black's up front, white's in the back. Yeah. There you have it. That is my $3,000 PC. If you want the same PC or just the parts that I use for this PC, this should be in the description down below. But that's it for this video. You already know what it is, y'all. Go ahead and like, go ahead and subscribe, and I'll catch y'all next week with another video. All right? Peace.